lesson I'm going to introduce some new notes, and these new notes are C natural, which many tunes that you will be learning will have C naturals, and I will also be introducing you to another button that is high D and high E. And the reason I'm showing you this button is when we're playing tunes, it is best that we don't jump our finger from a note right beside the same number, because that will only slow us down. So by showing you another button that has high D and high E, we'll be able to bypass jumping our finger from note to note and using a different button to keep the music, I suppose, flowing better, and as I said, your finger won't be jumping across. So I'm going to show you first the C natural, and our C natural is in the middle line on our right hand, and it is on the first row. So middle line of the first row, it is where our B is, except it is on the push. So our middle line, first row, and on the push. So it sounds like. So that is our C natural. And once more. Okay, so again, if you want to use your tune book, please do use the first page of it where the layout of the notes is, and you'll be able to find it there also. So then moving on to our high D and our high E. So our other high E and D is on our left hand side, and it is situated on the inside line, so the line nearest to us, and it is on the first row. So we're using our index finger or our first finger. So our inside line and first row. And we're going to first play D. And D is on the push on this button. So if we all find it now, so inside line, first row, and push. And again. Okay, so that's our D. And then our E is on the pull, very same button. So our inside line, first row, index finger, and it is pull, high E. And again. So it is the opposite to the way we've been learning it so far. E is on the pull and D is on the push, whereas we have already learned that D is on the pull on the right hand and E is on the push. So we have two buttons now that have high D and high E, and in further tunes we'll be using this button to bypass tricky fingering situations, and it is very important to become familiar with this because we will be using it and it'll enhance your playing, your rhythm, and the flow of the music you'll be playing. So if you want to practice the new button we just learnt with the D and E, please practice going from high D up to high B. So we have D on the push this time, so on our left hand, inside row, inside line, first row, push. Same button then for E, except pull. And then we have F, high F sharp on our right hand. And then G, push. A is pull. And B is push. So if you want to practice that before the next lesson, that'd be great, and you'll become very familiar then with the two different buttons. Okay, best luck and see you in the next lesson.